We're getting towards game time. I'm excited. You can definitely feel the adrenaline start flowing. We haven't played in about a week and a half, so for a week and a half, we've been focused on Washington College. I actually had a tough time sleeping last night. Going into today, you see they're 1-7 and we're 11-0. On paper, there's a lot of people, if they don't know the history of the rivalry, that are gonna say it's not worth even watching today's game, and that's just not the case.
Rivalries bring the best out of both teams. Rivalries are meant to be the biggest game of the year. They're supposed to be your best lacrosse, the most focused you are, the most in shape you are. It's the pinnacle of the year. It's supposed to be the biggest game for you to showcase your talent and against your biggest enemy.
It's a different vibe for them. You got to think of it as this is their championship, and they're going to do everything that they can to make today suck for us and kind of try and ruin our perfect season.
Having that bitterness against an opponent, it brings out an edge in you and a side you sometimes don't want to see.
I don't know what our away locker room looks like, but it's definitely difficult for a team to come out of it and play on our home field for sure.
It's really important for our team to just get off the bus, we like to say, just because you're going to a hostile place and you got to show up and compete. There's just bad blood. There's blood in the water.
They're going to get into a hornet's nest.
If you're into lacrosse on the shore, you got to come to this game. It's a must watch. You never know what's going to happen.
We are Salisbury! We are Salisbury! Mighty Salisbury!
2 hours from Baltimore and Washington, D.C. On the Delmarva Peninsula on Maryland's East Coast, two schools wage war.
The War on the Shore is the annual men's lacrosse game between Washington College and Salisbury University.
It's a game of pride. It's a game that has lots of tradition. There are a lot of ties between the two schools.
There's only 2 Division III schools on the eastern shore of Maryland.
They recruit a lot of the same players. There's be a lot of players on Washington College team who played on teams that our Salisbury players played on, whether high school or club team.
It's a Charles Clark trophy that we play for every year. Coach Clark coached both at Salisbury and at Washington College, so we play for that cup in his name.
We play Washington College in a number of sports, primarily because of their proximity. But this rivalry is at the highest level with the lacrosse program.
Salisbury goal by number 24, Trent Wisnowski.
The only sport that really matters out here is lacrosse. The War on the Shore is for bragging rights. It's for all the glory. Lacrosse is king, and I like it that way.
It's a huge rivalry for us. It's arguably the most important game on our schedule.
It's the War on the Shore. It's the public school versus the private school. You know, the haves and have-nots.
The first time that Washington College fielded a lacrosse team was in 1929.
Washington was the first established program, and then Salisbury added the program in the mid-70s, and then it was always trying to chase Washington to gain supremacy.
The game began as an annual rivalry in the mid to late 70s.
In the 70s and 80s, Washington College was an extremely talented team and a program, and that was kind of the measuring bar. It took us a few years to get everybody on board with the system and create a culture and to recruit, and we're fortunate to have won 12 national championships here at Salisbury University.
The last win for the Shoremen was 2013.
One of the main things Coach Berkman has always reiterated to us is that when they were good, they didn't take their foot off the gas pedal. And now things have kind of changed. This is the one team where we don't take our foot off the gas because he remembers that they didn't back in the 90s. He's got a long memory, so.
Salisbury Sea Gulls head coach, Jim Berkman, is the all-time winningest coach in NCAA men's lacrosse history.
How many people can put a set of rings on and run out of fingers?
2 to 54. All right, Jack, ready?
Berkman has been at the Sea Gulls' helm since 1989.
Been the coach here for the last 34 years. There's a lot of keys to being successful over the long term. I think number one is that you have consistency within your program as far as coaches and a system of play, and you have a program, you've created a culture that reaps the rewards of all the seeds that have been planted over the years, and you have a bunch of people that believe in you and believe in the system, and you know, we don't rebuild, we reload at Salisbury, and I think that has a lot to do with the culture that we've built over the years.
Coach Berkman, he's a great coach, very competitive, not afraid to tell you when you mess up or help you to get better.
Gotta wait, Zach. Look, they gotta jump. You better hold for a second.
Coming in as a freshman, you're terrified of him. He's hard on you in practice for sure, as a freshman, as a sophomore, but that's why I'm successful as a junior and senior.
This year, one of Coach Berkman's top playmakers is senior midfielder Jared Bromwell.
Jared is an extremely talented man. At 6'4" and 220, he's a handful. And not only is he a big, strong kid, he happens to shoot it extremely, extremely hard.
For Jared Bromwell, the war on the shore is a family business.
I've grown up on the Eastern Shore my whole life. My older brother, Brendan Bromwell, played lacrosse here. Bryce Bromwell is my younger brother. Bryce is lucky as a freshman to get on the field, and he's doing really well. I'm really proud of him. We're out there playing together, and it's something that not too many brothers get to do.
It's just cool to see them, you know, running on the same line, playing together. You know, it looks like we're in the backyard sometimes when we were growing up.
Me and my wife are fortunate enough that we have 3 boys, and they're talented enough that they've been able to play for Salisbury. We're just relishing the moment.
The Bromwells are just 2 of the many weapons Washington College head coach John Nostrand needs to prepare for this year.
Going here, Trev's taking a look at him here, then we're banging the ball here. They have 6 to 8 guys that they can roll out, probably more, and they're all very similar. You know, offensively, what concerns me the most is they can all sling it, right? They can shoot it both hands from 15 to 18 yards, so it's going to be hard to game plan for any one particular person.
This is Coach Nostrand's first year as head coach, but he's no stranger to Shoremen's success.
I went to school here in 86 to 89, and I was a 3-time All-American, and I was team captain and MVP in 1986. We never lost to Salisbury. We were 7-0.
He's really brought back that edge to the program, and I would say the Shoremen are on their way back right now. And Coach Nostrand is an incredible player, incredible leader, and has been an incredible mentor to us.
Coach Nostrand is backed up by assistant coach James Chakey.
Coach Nostrand's the guy who handed me my first stick. So he was my mentor on the lacrosse world, and now being next to him and helping him hopefully rebuild what we have here, it's all I could ask for, and I'm learning a lot from him on the daily.
One more thing real quick. Chase him back, right?
Coach Chakey's an awesome guy. He comes in with a lot of intensity, a lot of motivation. He knows the game very well, inside and out.
Coach Nostrand hopes to pass on his rivalry success to the 2022 Shoremen squad.
The rivalry with Salisbury is a secret to no one here, so, you know, we've talked about it a little bit this week, what it's like, what the crowd's gonna be like, what the rivalry means. We're trying to keep guys focused on the task at hand, making sure that we were all equally committed and sacrificing the same. A lot of these guys this year Most of them have only played, 6 or 7 college lacrosse games. So we're young, we're inexperienced, we're playing a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores and juniors. We're leaning on our seniors, having those guys communicate to the younger guys what it's all about, what we're in for, what to look for. In big games like this, big-time players step up.
Team on 3, 1, 2, 3.
One of those seniors is Ryan Leahy.
Ryan Leahy is a senior captain. He's our starting goalie. He's a phenomenal athlete. He's very quick. He's got great hands. He's a dynamic leader for us.
I'm mostly trying to stay pretty calm. My position requires me to see the ball and use my mental and stay pretty cerebral in the net and just be calm and relax and see the ball and attack it. I'm just focused on the ball and focused on talking to my guys and putting our guys in the right spots so that I can save most shots possible. Coach knows Trent's success as a player, 3-time All-American, undefeated against Salisbury, played in 3 national championships. So I think there is some pressure, but he would never put that on us. Because I know I want to win one for him. I mean, especially it's his first year, his first 4 on the shore as a coach, and I wouldn't want him to go defeated against Salisbury when he's undefeated in his career. If we were to go and beat Salisbury, it would be the pinnacle of our season 100%. If we go in there to their house, put up a great fight, the camaraderie would be at an all-time high. We would be definitely turning the page, and we'd put the school back on the map.
Ryan and his teammates feel both love.
Oh, my friend, the good, the luck, the best luck for a very, very good game.
And pressure from the community.
Back in those days, every big team was scared of Washington College. Coach Nordstrom, he has the skills and he has the pride. If you went to school here and you played and you were on top, now he wants to be on top just as well as. That's his ambition, I'm hoping anyway.
Meanwhile, in Salisbury, Jarrett Bromwell is participating in the annual alumni golf tournament in advance of this year's War on the Shore.
It's cool to come out and play. I love playing golf. Just go, have a good time, kind of get my mind off stuff, off of school, off lacrosse. We got a lot of guys here that are ready to watch us play tomorrow.
With Salisbury University, we're the Gulls. If you talk to any alumni, they talk about being a Gull for life and bleeding maroon and gold.
You guys are probably looking for Coach Berkman. He's not here today. He wanted me to read a statement to you guys. Alumni, parents, friends of Salisbury Lacrosse, thank you so much for being here today. Our staff and players greatly appreciate everything you do and your continuing support of Seagull Lacrosse.
That's as good as it's getting. Oh my God.
Probably one of the biggest games of the year. You're looking forward to it all year. It's just a great time. Go out, a lot of fans, and just put on a show.
They're having a rough year, but, they've given us fits when they're having rough years before. So you can't underestimate the adrenaline and the rivalry. So yeah, there's definitely some pressure there, but they're expected to win.
I believe the boys tomorrow will take care of business with Bromwell leading the attack.
Hopefully we'll have a good game tomorrow and make them all happy to be here.
On game day, the Seagulls' motivation to win is clear.
Today, that 60 minutes out there is way more than you guys in this room. All right, that's 48 years in the history of this program of all the guys that have played here that you're representing their soul in that field today. Believe me, they remember every minute they've ever played against WAC, all right? Playing for a little bit more than yourself today. Let's go out and represent. Let's go to work, boys.
Goals on 3, 1, 2, 3. Go! Regulars! Saddle up!
The Shoremen warm up behind enemy lines.
Definitely, I'm going to think and see a lot of shots. We're playing a really good team, and they've got some really good shooters, so just got to play within myself, stay calm, and stay in the moment, and try to save as many shots as possible. Before a big game like this, I do feel some nerves, honestly, just because this is the #1 team in the country, and this is a historic rivalry. Big players play big and big-time games, so hopefully I step up to the plate here and make some big plays for the team.
The rest of the country can give them whatever the
they want, but not us. Make them earn everything. Let's go. D on 3, 1, 2, 3.
As the clock strikes 1, the wait is over.
Bryce Bromwell has it.
The Seagulls strike first, scoring just 42 seconds into the game.
Ferrara, first chance of the game, and he scores.
And then, again.
The shot altered a bit, and then it goes in.
Soon it's time for the Bromwell brothers to go to work.
Bryce Bromwell defeats Jared Bromwell. Jared thought about a shot for a second, works himself inside, and scores on the near side.
Then, seconds later,
Woodward from DeFazio scores.
the Shoremen struggle to contain the Gulls.
Come on, fellas, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
Bromwell gets a second of the game. Jared Bromwell, the first multi-goal scorer for the Seagulls. Dowd has himself a look. Blakey sees it through and makes the save. Puts his man on the ground, feeds to Bryce. Bromwell save. Thrasher picks up the rebound, and another one by Lehigh.
Defense there.
And Timmons took it all the way to the cage. Bromwell with the shot. Save is made by Leahy, Ryan Leahy for the Washington College Shoremen. He's really been having to make a lot of saves.
Yeah, they've really left him out to dry, and it's pretty much a miracle that he has a 46% save percentage so far, because he's really gotten no help from his defense.
Winter's going all the way. He'll stop and wait for the attackman to take it. Actually, he'll just keep going. Now he's in the crease, and he scores. What an individual effort by Jack Winters, and that's his first goal of the year. And he gets the Shoremen on the board here in the second quarter.
But by halftime, their outlook is grim.
And if you notice during that switch, Cross got a shorty, and he's going to take him to the net.
And he'll score with no time left. The referee's signal, it is a good goal.
Ryan Leahy is getting pummeled. He's standing in the goal. He's defending you guys. We got nowhere to go. We got to go back out there and play for 30 minutes. So let's play hard Washington College lacrosse. Let's win this 30 minutes.
In the second half, Washington finds some success.
Brennan against Dowd. Dowd gets it loose, and it actually ends up right on the stick of Ben Dickinson, who gets his second goal of the day.
Look what you did! Good job.
Salisbury fires back.
Looking for a chance, and he just sneaks his way in and scores. Now it's a quick 6-on-5. Posner looking to take advantage, and he will. 150 left. Bromwell with a beautiful shot. Spot right in front of the crease as Bromwell, while falling away, Bryce Bromwell scores a crazy goal there.
Despite a strong performance,
That shot comes from Brennan, and he's got his first goal of the game. It's another one for Washington College on the man up with 1:10 left.
beating number 1 ranked Salisbury proves futile.
Three seconds, 2, now 1, and there it is. The Seagulls will hold on to possession of the Charles B. Clark Cup, winning this one 22-8 over the Washington College Shoremen in the 53rd chapter of the War on the Shore.
I thought we really got out of the gate really well, dominated the face-off, so we had the ball pretty much the whole first quarter. I was proud of our defense in the first half, too. We really shut them down, and, you know, we took care of business in the first 30 minutes. It's always great to get a win against your rival.
Playing against Salisbury, it's always going to be tough. They're a championship level team, but we competed hard. We played hard for 60 minutes. We didn't quit, and I think we got some things to build on. I think next year will be certainly different than this year.
While in Maryland, the war on the shore rages on. On the west coast of Florida, two D2 baseball powerhouses slug it out for supremacy. Next time on the Rivalries.